Well, here we go. It is Tuesday night, and it is time for In the Word. And I'm just glad to have you on board. This is a pre-recording because I'm at another event tonight. Looked like once I moved from Wednesday to Tuesday night, Tuesday got to be the time to do everything. Anyway, I'm here and I have a very special program for you tonight. Very special program. Um, and we're going to get into that program. Now, if you heard me last Tuesday, you heard me last Wednesday, you heard me early Sunday morning. I talked about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in a movie at New Bethel. And it is so contemporary because it's about the crisis in Palestine. So you're going to get a chance to get a first-hand view and some attention on this film, and I hope that you're going to make up your mind to be there. We're looking forward to it. All right, Dorothy. That's Dorothy Wilson. Don't forget, she and the whole group from Germany, they are going to be here on the third Sunday in October. You're going to see all of them. All the ones that on this record right here. We recorded this in Germany. My. I need you, Lord. I need you, Lord. Lord, I need you. All right, Dorothy. All right. Thank you so very much. Listen, we're praying for each and every one of you. And I'm here to tell you, no matter what your present situation, your circumstances are now, don't let that determine anything for you. Because where you see mountains, God sees mountains moved. Where you see ashes, he sees beauty. Where you see seas, he sees highways. Where you see graves, he sees gardens. I really wish I could explain Christianity to you, but then you wouldn't have to have faith. No. If I could explain Christianity to you, if I could make sense out of it, then you wouldn't have to have faith. But Christianity is not a religion; it's a faith. I love religion, I guess you would say, because I spent yesterday studying Hindu. Been doing it, I guess, 50 years. I have a neighbor, and I would bring that neighbor in and sit down and talk and learn everything I can about Hinduism. I've studied everything that I could about Mahatma Gandhi. I love reading anything about him. And it is a religion, so everything has explanation. But in Christianity, there's no explanation for the virgin birth. Absolutely none. The Trinity doesn't make sense at all. Not at all. But I do know this. What we call Good Friday, under normal circumstances, would be the worst day for any faith, any religion, anything, because the one that introduces it, the one that brings it to the world, is crucified in a very cruel, cruel, cruel way. And he was called the Lion of Judah. He had all this power. He could walk on water, could raise the dead. And what happens? He just stand there in that musical Jesus Christ Superstar. They would say when Pilate testing Jesus and getting ready to take him to the crowd and just throw him in the hands of the crowd. Really, the choir would say, "Come on, Jesus, don't be no fool. Show you're cool and walk across that pool." I kept asking, "Who are you?" But there's no explanation. So I can't explain away your troubles. I can't explain away your sorrows. I can't tell you why, what. And unlike some of my friends, I was listening to a guy just today who was telling this congregation exactly what to do to get this response out of Jesus. I don't know how to make Jesus do anything. I don't know anything that he just had a pattern on. Sometimes when he healed people, he would touch them. Sometimes he wouldn't even go in the house they were in. Yeah, he was just different, just different. You never knew. But it's called faith because faith is not what you know, is what you don't know. Look, I need you to repeat that. I need you to repeat that and get that in your mind because people mislead you in all kind of ways. They'll trick you. And one of the great questions is going around right now, this time of year. He says, Jesus God. And you say, yeah, because you believe in the Trinity. They say, okay, if Jesus was God, did he die on the cross? You say, yeah, he died. Okay, well, who was God while God was dead? You know, it gets tough. It gets tough. But there are those who preach abracadabra religion, I call it, where if, you touch God in a certain way, or if you say a certain thing or wave a certain flag or do whatever, that it solves your problems. All I know is the Friday that he was crucified is now called Good Friday. And we all celebrate it. And we all thank God that it happened. It looked like death, but it was victory. It looked like, yeah, it's life. He was not defeated. And you don't have to be defeated. Do this. What John said, not many believed on him, but as many who did believe on him, he gave them the power to become the sons of God. So if you want that which is naturally in you, because when you were made in the image and likeness of God. I'm talking to you, when you were made in the image and likeness of God. You don't have to get it, it's already there. You may cover it up with crack, with alcohol, with promiscuous living. But guess what? It doesn't bother him. It doesn't bother him. Every day is a new day with him. Every day. So go ahead and faith and trust him. Well, I'm not going to play another song because I want my guest to have all the time he wants. And wow. He is a whole lot. He's a whole lot. He really is. He's too many things for me to name. I'm going to let him share with you whatever he wants to share about himself. And more importantly, I want you to be at New Bethel Sunday because we're going to have this movie that he's going to tell you about. My friend and brother Bill Myers.
Thank you so much, Pastor Smith, for having me on your program. This is a delight to start the day like this for me. And I guess I'm here to explain what we're trying to do with this film. On March 17th, this Sunday, we're going to show a film called Al-Helm, MLK in Palestine. Al-Helm is an Arabic word for the dream. And what this astonishing movie, shows is the union between Palestinian Arabs and African Americans. and how they discover the commonality and the same struggles that they have in their lives. Civil rights struggle, the rights for freedom in Palestine, the rights for freedom here in the U.S. It's a very powerful story, and they find each other as allies in the struggle. It's a positive film about bringing people together and learning about each other. I'm a musician and an activist most of my life. I'm the chair of the Human Relations Commission now, and the U.S. I'm sorry, I'm the chair of the Michigan Peace Council, and also active with a group called Michigan Task Force for Palestine, in which we just had an event that Pastor Smith spoke at, and we got to talk about this possibility of showing this film to the people at your amazing church, historic church. So I'm a musician, and I work in the Motown world also, and have great memories of the wonderful music from Aretha and I work with Martha Reeves and many other Four Tops and lots of people as a keyboardist and a conductor. So I know the power of music is bringing people together. And I attended service last week at your church, Pastor Smith, and was so moved by the speaker. What an amazing preacher. And the whole history of the building. So it's so exciting for me, the fact that we're going to be there this Sunday, to ask your members to hang around after church and join us at 1:00 for an hour or so to share this film and talk about it. We're going to have some guests, Palestinian guests, African American guests, and they'll briefly talk about this history, which is in a short summary. The movie is about an African American gospel choir that travels to the West Bank and goes and performs a play about Martin Luther King. And you just talked about Good Friday and the death of Jesus, and this is like Dr. King died on April 4th, like a week after Good Friday, and there's other ironies that take place in this movie that was unplanned. So there's an assassination in the movie that on the day of Martin Luther King's assassination. It's quite a powerful film, unbelievable actually. And I really hope that people are interested in discovering how Arabs and African Americans can find commonality in many areas. There's all sorts of ways we can find to not work together, not like each other and all, but and me as an activist, I'm interested in just bringing everybody together as possible. So regardless of my color or my history, I'm a human being just like Arabs are and African Americans. So the idea is to bring mankind, humanity together for the benefit of all. And this is what this movie is going to be about in this event. And we're very excited that Pastor Smith is letting us do this at your church. We're going to start a series. We're going to be at a few other places after this, but this kicking it off this Sunday at New Bethel Baptist Church. So I got lots more to say, but I just hope your listeners get the point that if you can come down this Sunday, we'd love to see you there. We can share the interest together. I can't hear you, Pastor Smith.
Gotta find out.
Yeah, got you now. Now I hear you.
All right. Okay then. Well, I was asking a question. You made the statement that there's a connection between the Palestinians and what I call the Negroes. Some people don't like that. But I always tell them black, white, those are adjectives. I'd rather be a noun than to be an adjective. So
Right.
you said that.
Whatever you're called, we're all humans.
That's right. But you said there's a connection between the Palestinian and the American Negro. How do you make that connection?
Well, the fact that Palestine existed before Israel, first of all, it was there a long time. And right now what exists is when Israel was formed, Palestine was chopped up and lost all the land, and the land that the Palestinians lived on was occupied. And there's been a long occupation for 75 years or more. And especially in Gaza, as we know now what's going on, this has like been called the world's largest outdoor prison. The entire land is circled and controlled by Israel. All exit and entrance points, air, land, and sea. People cannot come and go on their own as a country, as a separate entity. They've been occupied for a long time and treated as inferiors. I mean, I think we know about what happened in the United States. I mean, there's just many parallels between the struggle for equality and justice. This is a powerful story that on the other side of the world, and as a matter of fact, many people call that the Palestinians are like the blacks of Israel in a sense, that they have been treated like blacks were treated in this country during slavery, during rough times. And, in South Africa, with the apartheid that was there, separation of peoples in their own way, not working together, not being part of the system, being controlled by the other one. Many people say that Israel has an apartheid system. And now anybody who criticizes Israel is called an anti-Semite. And I was the founder of the Detroit chapter of A Jewish Voice for Peace. And there's many Jewish allies and friends of mine who know that Palestinians have to be treated equally, and all this has nothing to do with anti-Semitism at all. As you would assume that since I'm trying to bring Arabs and blacks together, I would want to bring everybody together, Jews too. And we did this tour with this movie with the Jewish Voice for Peace for a long time. So we're all working together to understand each other's story and bring people together, because a world where everyone's in harmony and unity is a lot easier world to live in. A lot less war, a lot less hate, crime, all that stuff is overcome by unity, by working together and understanding that we're all equal human beings, regardless of our history, our culture, our color of our skin, or anything. That's all important, of course. But what's most important is that we're all on this earth together, and we're all going to have to deal with the same things of survival. And the story of Palestinians are very similar in many ways to the struggle for African American rights.
If by some way we could get both sides to understand that they exacerbate and accelerate the hate by killing one another. And if they could find a target, an object, like if they can't just get to loving one another now, if they would love their own children more than they hate their enemies, we could bring this to an end. If they would just love their own children, because what is going on now is going to have children for the next 100 years seeking to get even. This is more destruction than anybody has ever seen, just destroying every house, every road, every well, every pump, leaving nothing out. I mean, if the army pulled out now, what is Gaza? It wasn't nothing to start with. I have been, I've seen the difference in crossing the line from one side to the other, and it's nothing but a way to create anger and frustration. A human being is like a rubber ball. The harder you throw a rubber ball down, the higher it bounces. And to stay behind that wall 17 years, 20 years, 22 years, they have to have permission to go and come, and all that pressure builds up. It builds up and things happen, and then this kind of retaliation. You kill my dog, I'm gonna kill your cat, dog, and every rat in your house. So I really thank God for people like you who have committed and dedicated yourself for a lifetime of trying to bring peace on earth, goodwill toward man. and I'll be there with you Sunday. And I'm praying that those of you who are out there and you're listening tonight, that you'll find yourself at 8430 Linwood, known as C.L. Franklin Boulevard. It's the New Bethel Baptist Church, often called Aretha's Daddy Church or Reverend Franklin's Church. They were such powerful, well-known people in their lifetime. And whatever you need to know to get there, just get there. Just get there. If you want to come early and just be in the service, that's fine. But if not, try to get there about 12:15, 12:30. Let's get all set up and let's take time and enjoy and be educated by Brother Bill Myers. Thank you so much, Bill, for taking time to.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for doing this. I hope we see some good new friends down at the church on Sunday. I look forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Bow down, bow down, bow down. If you want the Lord,
We're praying for the Hopper family of Orlando, Florida. We're praying for the Cowan family of Orlando, Florida. We're praying for all of our good friends in South Carolina. We're praying for Brother Isaac Jenkins in Virginia Beach. We're praying for Melissa Brown. We're praying for Gene Simmons. We're praying for Myra Cochran out in California. We're praying. Oh, yes, we are. For Paula Williams Gray, classmate of mine from 1967. We're praying for Sister, all right, McGee. Yes, we're praying for you, Sister McGee. We're praying for Gloria Washington. We're praying for Gloria Thompson. We're praying for Dolores Palmer. We're praying for, yes, we are, Sister Sharon Sappho. We're praying for Maud and May Weathers. We're praying for Brother Ray Nelson. We're praying for Sister Cecile Giles. We're praying for Sister Helen Keys. We're praying for Mother Edwina Collins. We're praying for Fanny Tyler and Peggy Tyler. We're praying for Mother Brown, my dearly beloved Mother Brown. We're praying for Beverly Greenleaf and her mother, Miss Brown in Little Rock, Arkansas. We're praying for Brother Paul Lowe and his mother in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We're praying for Yolanda Russian and her mother, Lucy Russian. We're praying. We're praying for Brother Paul Boynton and his wife. We're praying for Brother Robert Allen. We're praying for Leela Barnes. We're praying for Sister Monica England. We're praying for, yes, Sister Marguerite Johnson, our dear friend. We're praying for Deacon Nadine Sears. We're praying for Deacon Janet Wetlow. We're praying for Dr. Lee Bernard. We're praying for Reverend Johnny Williams of Mount Zion. We're praying for Sheila Van Pelt. We're praying for Cynthia Montgomery. We're praying for Lisa Mallet. We're praying for Martha Kelly, my dear friend. We're praying for Sister We're praying for Sister Rosa Marble Williams. How good the Lord is. We're praying for Reverend Dr. Julia Dunn. We're praying for First Man James Dunn. We're praying for Sister Mary Hunter. How good the Lord is. We're praying for Dr. Charlie Starworth, East End Baptist Church, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Praying for Dr. Chillis Chapman, who will be at New Bethel on March 24th at 10 o'clock. Be there. You'll be amazed and see what you've never seen before. We're praying for Brother John Phelps, his wife Elena, and her sister KK. I want to see him so bad. So bad. We want to pray for Sister Florence Brooks, the lady that gave me my first plane ride and my first visit to the city of Detroit. Oh, I guess, 50, maybe 54 years ago. We're praying for Sister Catherine Bell. We're praying for Sister Corey Bowers, who was at church on Sunday. Praying for Sister Missionary Hattie Humphrey. We're praying for Joe Smith. We're praying for Shirley Griffith. God bless you, Shirley. Get up, rise up and walk. We're praying for Melvin Early. We're praying for Robert Perry. We're praying for Peter Spivey. We're praying for Lonnie Bolden. We're praying for Eltha Adams. We're praying for Chris Williams. How good the Lord is. We're praying for the Long family. We're praying for Sister Cynthia P. Smith. We're praying for Mother McKinnon, who was in the hospital on Sunday. I hope that she's out now. Praying for our daughter, Laura Lawrence, who's such a good member. Thank you, Laura. Wonderful member. Praying for Sister Ernestine Nelson. We love you, Ernestine. We're praying for Pam Jackson. We're praying for Rose Cunningham, for Philip Smith, for Roberta Hopper. And we're praying for Latrice Bryant. How good the Lord is. God is indeed a good God. He's a mighty, mighty good God. He is a mighty, mighty good God. How good the Lord is. Praise his holy name. God bless you. God bless you. We're going to wrap it up there. Our 30 minutes are about gone. And we want you to share and like. Please share. And if at all possible, make sure you're at New Bethel Sunday and view this film with us. God bless you.